Are you living to please others, or are you ready to live for yourself? Discover the courage to be truly free. Beyond the cover, where every book empowers your life. Imagine living a life where every step you take feels heavy because you're constantly seeking approval from others. Imagine the exhaustion of shaping your actions, your words, your very existence to fit into someone else's expectations. Now, imagine the freedom that comes the moment you stop caring about being liked by everyone. True freedom begins when you have the courage to be disliked. And this courage is not born overnight. It is cultivated in moments when you decide to live for yourself, to live in alignment with your own values, rather than bending under the weight of the opinions of others. Life is not about what has happened to you. Every scar, every mistake, every past regret does not dictate your present or your future. The past is a story, but it is not a prison. You hold the pen to write your life in the present moment. The moment you understand that you are not controlled by your past is the moment you step into real power. You have the ability to choose, to change, to create. And that choice starts with one thing: believing that your life belongs to you and only you. Interpersonal relationships are the soil in which happiness and unhappiness grow. Most of the suffering you feel, most of the tension and anxiety, comes from comparing yourself to others, from wanting recognition, from measuring your worth by how others perceive you. But when you stop trying to live up to the expectations of others, when you decide that your value is not up for negotiation, you begin to breathe. You begin to see that your life is not a competition, not a performance, but a journey where your happiness depends on your own decisions. Every task in life has its boundaries. Work, love, friendship, these are all tasks that belong to someone. And yet, so often we take on the burdens of others as our own, or we let others take over what is ours to carry. Learning to distinguish your task from the tasks of others is liberating. You cannot control someone else's feelings, their decisions, or their happiness. You can only control your actions, your responses, and the path you choose. When you focus on your own life, your own growth, your own contribution, you start to feel a sense of purpose that no external approval can give you. Happiness is found in contribution, not in consumption. It is not measured by wealth, status, or accolades, but by the quiet knowledge that your presence, your actions, your being has made the world even slightly better. Every small act of kindness, every moment of sincerity, every time you choose courage over comfort, you are stepping into your power. You are claiming your life as your own. You are saying, I am here, I matter, and I will live for the values that matter to me. The courage to be disliked is not about alienating others or acting recklessly. It is about living authentically. It is about having the strength to stand in your truth, even when it conflicts with the expectations of those around you. The people who are meant to stay in your life will respect your authenticity. The people who are meant to leave will drift away, and that too is part of life's natural order. Freedom comes when you embrace this truth, when you stop asking permission to exist as you are. You are not here to fit in. You are not here to be everyone else's definition of worthy. You are here to define yourself, to live in alignment with your principles, to contribute meaningfully, and to accept that not everyone will understand you like you or approve of you. And that is perfectly fine. The approval of others is fleeting, but the peace that comes from living courageously is lasting. Every day is a chance to start anew, to choose your path deliberately, to face the fear of judgment and still step forward. Fear is inevitable. Discomfort is inevitable. But the life that is truly yours, the life that is rich in meaning and satisfaction, lies just beyond that fear. Step into it. Take the responsibility for your happiness. Refuse to live for applause. Refuse to allow others to dictate your worth. Stand tall in the knowledge that your life, your choices, and your happiness belong to you, and only you. Life will always challenge you. People will question your choices, doubt your intentions, and sometimes even mock your efforts. That is a natural rhythm of living authentically. But every time you feel the sting of judgment, remind yourself that this is not a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of someone else's perspective, shaped by their own fears, limitations, and expectations. The moment you stop taking that personally, the moment you release the need to be validated, you open yourself to an incredible power, the power to live freely, courageously, and fully. You are capable of change, and change begins with small, deliberate steps. It is not about transforming overnight, but about taking responsibility for your choices today. Every action you take to align with your values, no matter how small, creates momentum. Every time you choose authenticity over approval, you reinforce your courage. Every time you step away from comparison and judgment, you reclaim a piece of your life. And over time, these small steps accumulate into a profound transformation. Happiness is not a distant goal. It is not something to chase in the future or to earn through endless striving. Happiness is found in the act of living rightly, in the moments when you contribute, connect, and act with intention. When you stop seeking validation and start seeking meaning, life itself becomes joyful. Your days gain purpose. Your interactions gain depth. And even in the face of hardship, you can find contentment because you know your life is yours to shape. It takes courage to let go of resentment, to forgive not for others but for yourself, and to stop blaming circumstances for your unhappiness. Every grievance, every sense of injustice, every self-imposed limitation is a chain that keeps you from freedom. When you release these chains, you step into a life of possibility. You step into a life where your choices matter more than your past, where your actions define you more than the opinions of others, and where every day becomes a canvas for your courage. Understand that freedom and contribution go hand in hand. You cannot be truly free if your life is dictated by fear or judgment, and you cannot experience lasting happiness if you do not contribute to the world around you. These are not contradictory. They are complementary. By living authentically and offering your unique gifts, your presence becomes a force of good, and your life becomes meaningful. The courage to be disliked is the courage to contribute without expectation, to act without seeking applause, and to love without needing reciprocity. You are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of creating a life that reflects your values, your desires, and your unique potential. The world does not get to decide your worth. You do. The people around you do not get to define your path. You do. And the moment you accept this truth, you will feel liberation so profound that every fear, every doubt, every lingering need for approval will begin to lose its grip. Step forward. Step into discomfort, for it is in discomfort that growth lives. Face the fear of disapproval, for it is in that fear that courage is born. Lie with the conviction that your life belongs to you, that your happiness is your responsibility, and that your contribution matters. Each choice, each action, each moment of bravery compounds into a life of meaning, freedom, and real happiness. The courage to be disliked is not about being reckless. It is about being real. It is about standing firm in your values, trusting yourself, and living with intention. It is about saying yes to your own life, yes to your own growth, and yes to the freedom that comes when you no longer live for the applause of others. This is your life. Own it, embrace it, live it with courage, with passion, and with unwavering authenticity. Your life is not meant to be ordinary. It is not meant to be dictated by fear, by the judgment of others, or by the weight of your past. Every day offers a choice to shrink into the shadows of expectation or to step boldly into the light of your own life. Choosing courage is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Each time you act according to your values, each time you prioritize meaning over approval, you reclaim a piece of your freedom. And with freedom comes joy, clarity, and profound sense of fulfillment. Do not fear being disliked. Understand that the fear of rejection is natural, but it is not a command. It does not control you unless you let it. When you stop measuring your worth by the approval of others, you begin to see the world clearly. You begin to understand that every relationship, every interaction, is an opportunity to contribute, to grow, and to be authentic. You begin to realize that the only judgment that truly matters is your own, and that judgment should be one of courage, integrity, and self-respect. Happiness is not a destination. It is not something you earn, accumulate, or wait for. Happiness is found in the act of living with purpose, in the choices you make each day, in the courage to face yourself honestly, and in the willingness to contribute to the lives of others. The life you desire is available to you now. It does not require perfection, wealth, or constant approval. It requires only your courage, your authenticity, and your willingness to embrace discomfort as the path to growth. Every time you step into your own life, Every time you let go of seeking validation, every time you act with intention and purpose, you create a ripple effect. You influence others not by pleasing them, but by inspiring them with your authenticity. You teach others, without words, that it is possible to live freely, boldly, and meaningfully. You become a beacon of courage, a living example that happiness is not given, it is chosen. Your past does not define you. Your failures do not define you. Your mistakes are not chains. They are lessons, reminders, and opportunities to grow. You are not a product of circumstance. You are a creator of your life. Every choice, every act, every moment of bravery is a testament to your ability to shape your destiny. And the world becomes a richer, brighter, more meaningful place simply because you dare to live as yourself. So, embrace the courage to be disliked. Step into discomfort. Face your fears and prioritize meaning over approval. Let go of resentment. Let go of judgment. Let go of the need to please. Live intentionally. Contribute sincerely and act courageously. And in doing so, you'll discover the true essence of freedom, the true depth of happiness, and the undeniable power of living authentically. This is your life. Your journey is yours to define. The opinions of others are fleeting. Their expectations are not your responsibility. What matters is that you choose your path, embrace your freedom, and live boldly in alignment with your values. Every day is an opportunity to claim your courage, to step into your happiness, and create a life that is genuinely, beautifully, unapologetically yours. You have the power. You have the choice. You have the courage within you. Step forward, live fully, and embrace the freedom that comes when you finally dare to be yourself. The world may not always approve, but the life you will create and the happiness you'll experience will be beyond measure. Take the first step today. Embrace your freedom, live authentically, and never be afraid to be yourself. Subscribe for more life-changing book insights.